Hey, this is BlindFox. Welcome at my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today is the lunch portion of our menu free gourmet ration pack from RationTech. This is the 2020 free menu. There's no total kcal in front or written in front as it normally was or previously was, and our bag doesn't have a ziplock, but it is quite a large bag. This is the drinking pouch, which we're not going to use today, but you can see there's quite a lot of room in here, so you can do your drinks in here. Ziplock up top so that you can seal it and pop it in your ration heater. Which is this. And it's got quite nice two big bags in it. You can see there we've got two sticky tapes, so you just apparently pop in the water, fold this thing over, stick it there, and hopefully there is a hole somewhere. I think the steam can escape through the sides. I like the previous bag better because it's actually reusable multiple times. This one not so much. You can only use it twice. We're going to do the isotonic drink. It doesn't say what flavor it is. I've looked, the previous one said the tropical here at the back. This one I can't find any, but this takes half a liter, but most of these you can get away with more. You can see they just use stickers sticked on the bags. We're going to do the raisins. Why? Because we are going to do the beef curry, vegetable and beef curry. This is again, I think, a 300 and something meal. There we've got our descriptions of stuff on there. Here we've got our ingredient list. Yes, it's 300 gram meal, or our you call it the all the whatever, the proteins and that stuff. Now if you can see there, but I'm not going to read everything, all the ingredients. In the past these stuff had 400 gram meals, which make them quite a lot of meals, but there's enough stuff here. And we're going to do our chocolate brownie. I'm going to pop both of these in the ration heater. Why? Because I want a nice soft chocolate brownie. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. If I'm going to do it from the start, maybe. I'll see. It's going to be one very hot chocolate brownie. Just like this, it's quite a solid piece of thing. I think it might do well when it's heated up. We could do it cold, but I think it's going to be a bit dry. So what do you do with it? You both of these chuck although I'm going to put the element on the bottom maybe, and then the food, and then the brownie, just so that the brownie doesn't get too hot. I'll see what I'm going to do, so see you after I've prepared everything. Alright, let's get started. We'll start with our chocolate brownie because I think it will get cold. I'll put it on top of the food because I didn't want it as hot, but yeah, I don't know how hot it got. You can see there's a nice little chocolate sauce. You can of course eat it out of the package. Now there is chocolate up here. It's actually a skin of chocolate, so if you think this is cold, it would just be a chocolate around the brownie. Of course, as it's heated up, it became a nice little chocolate sauce. The brownie isn't as hot as it could be, but it's not cold. And being a bit hot, it's actually nice. And it's not that dry. Cold, this might be a bit dry. But hot, it's quite nice. It's a nice little dessert. But hey, we can start with dessert here. We've got, I think this is orange. 750 mils is too much water for this. 500 is a bit less, so I would say about 600 mils. But you can sort of drink it and taste it and drink it and taste it. Could also be that I didn't shake the bottle out enough, but this is a nice orange. Of course it's fake, but it's a nice cool drink. I know the Americans had this, I don't know, orange D or something. I know they sort of a cool drink, was it Sunshine D? Everybody thought it was orange juice, but on the thing it said 6%. We have got a similar thing here, it's called Oros. And everybody knows it's a cool drink, but some people in America apparently thought it was a breakfast drink. Very popular, I think, in the 80s, and then someone realized, but hey, that's actually not, it's a cool drink, it's not actually a juice, and then people got annoyed because they didn't read the labels anyway. Here we go, we've got some raisins. There is multiple, this is all Sultana raisins. I think this might be either OR or I think that is treated with sulfur, this one. I think it's light enough. There is Thompson's here. This is either OR or well, I've explained some of the raisin stuff, how it's made on some of my other videos. So I'm not going to do it now again, but a nice raisiny taste. So they don't have the tomato sauce or the the tomato sauce or ketchup, as you call it, or the chutney anymore, but it doesn't matter because it was so little pieces. It did such little amounts. It didn't really change the curry. Here we go, nice little bite. A very mild curry. Slight burn if I think about it. Not very cuminy. The pieces are, the meat is in nice small pieces. You can see there's potatoes, there's carrots, there's I think sweet corn in there. There might even, I think there's, if I think in the stuff they might use, you know, there might be some peas in there, also some beans. But it's a real light curry. Which, if you add a nice chunk of the raisins, the rest of course you can eat while you are walking. And you can eat this stuff anytime you want. I just divide it into 3 meals because it's easy to do for videos. And it's a fine amount of food for me to actually consume. If I do a ration review, I normally do 2 meals or a ration review and another meal a day, because the ration reviews are sometimes so big and I don't really want to do too much ration reviews at once after the other, and you need to eat healthy and all that, and some rations has got a lot of salt in them, which luckily South African rations doesn't. Apparently it is because they don't want people to drink too much water, although they give you a lot of water. We've got salt and pepper, which we are not going to use. And the somewhat lack of salt content here doesn't make you so thirsty, although they give you quite a lot of water, sort of a liter, and then you get your coffee and your tea and stuff. And I think the tablets do 4 liters of water, so you get a lot of water anyway. Or potential water you could drink. But there we go. The raisins does give it a nice almost sweet curry vibe. Of course you get that sweetness. It's normally gotten with some other either jam or chutney added, quite a lot of it. Then you get curry, so it's sort of a Malay thing, sweet curries, but you can sort of simulate it with this. There is still a nice bunch I think this is about 60 grams of it. So there's still quite a nice hefty amount of raisins that is left. So you can either dump it all in here, or well, just take it and eat it as is when you are walking. So there we go. This was our lunch. You of course can do this for dinner. It's a nice thing about these rations and the stuff being so modular. You can eat them when you want. You can even eat the brownie on the go if you don't want to heat it up a bit. Hey, you can even put it in the sun to heat it up. But anyway, there we go. Brownie was nice. Nice little chocolate on there, which turn into a chocolate sauce if it gets heated. Heating it make it a bit more softer, having the sauce there, else it might be a bit dry. See if there's a chocolate brownie in another ration and see if I just got to eat it cold, and then you can see if I can remember how this one tasted. The curry, not a strong curry, which is good for people that don't like strong curries. Not very cuminy. You do get a slight curry burn. This is almost more a tomato. There's also tomato in it here, so it's almost more a tomato stew as well. But you do get that slight curry flavor, and dumping in all of the raisins gives you sort of a sweet curry assimilation, almost a bobotie type, but not really, since you don't have the lemon leaf, I think, in there. So there's some other taste missing, and it's not egg and not mincemeat, but you do get a nice sweet Malay curry vibe going, which is cool. So you of course can leave out the raisins, then you just have normal curry. You got our orange drink, which is a bit weak, I think, since I either didn't shake the bottle very well, or I should have only kept the do the 500 ml of water. And if you do the 500 ml, I tasted it. It's nice, it's orangey. Tastes very much like a drinkable Super C again, like these drinks are, slightly tart, but a lot of sugar. And then we get to our raisins. As I said, dump in the curry, eat on the way. Raisins is always nice. And because these bags doesn't seal, but because you have those little bag things in your ration, you can dump the extra raisins into one of those bags, roll it shut, close it, make a little knot, and you can keep it and eat it later. So this is our lunch review of the RationTech Gourmet ration pack. See the things that are flipped out here. Menu number 3, 2023 is one. It was packed in March. Previous years they say there was about 4,000 kcals for the whole day. I'm not sure what it is this year, but hey, still a cool ration. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please go and donate on patreon.com.